What up, man? The Coach JB Show with my main man, Darnell Smith, a.k.a. Big Smitty.
I'm going to bring some light to the darkness, man. I'm going to light it up in this mug, man. So I'm ready.
It's going to be fire and ice. Even though you bring that heat as well, you might be that ice that cool me down a little bit. Played at Ball State. You've been at Fox Sports with great people around you. You've had Lil Wayne on your show.
I respect the hell out of you to see that you're doing what you're doing and still doing what you're doing for real, the way you do it, man. From day one, you had the same enthusiasm. You keep the same enthusiasm, and it's fucking contagious.
We're about to give them this fire and ice. The Coach JB Show with Big Smitty. What up, man? The real Coach JB here for the Coach JB Show with Big Smitty. We got a proud new sponsor of the Coach JB Show with Big Smitty, and that is Bluechew. Bluechew.com is a proud new sponsor of this episode, and this episode is sponsored by Bluechew. Let's talk about sex. Let's talk about sex, baby. Summer's around the corner. Do you want to bring the heat in the bedroom? Now you can. Increase your performance and get that extra confidence in bed. Listen up. Bluechew.com is a unique online service that delivers the same active ingredients as Viagra, Cialis, and Levitra, but in chewable tablets and at a fraction of the cost. You can take them anytime, day or night, so you can plan ahead and be ready whenever an opportunity arises. The process is simple. Sign up at Bluechew.com, consult with one of their licensed medical providers, and once you're approved, you'll receive your prescription within days. The best part, you ask? It's all online. Done online. So there's no visits to the doctor's office, no awkward conversations, and no waiting in line at a pharmacy. Bluechew's tablets are made right here in the U.S. of A. and prepared and shipped direct to your door in a very discreet package. Does it work, you ask? Don't think you need it, you say. Try it for free for a month and see. You're going to love it. The women will love it. You could be missing out on the best sex of your life. With Blue Chew, men everywhere are excited to see the postman, because when your package has arrived, your package has arrived. They always say first impressions are important. What about lasting ones? They say there's nothing sexier than confidence, and Blue Chew can help give you confidence where it counts. Blue Chew wants to help you have sex better than ever. Discover your options at Bluechew.com. Chew it and do it. And we've got a special deal for our listeners today. Everybody watching the show, try Bluechew free when you use our promo code JBShow at checkout. Just pay $5 shipping. That's Bluechew.com, promo code JBShow to receive your first month free. Visit Bluechew.com for more details and important safety information. And we thank Blue Chew for sponsoring the new Coach JB Show with Big Smitty and this podcast. Appreciate you. Peace. What up, man? The real Coach JB ready to go live. I got some breaking news for you real quick. Right here on live on the Coach JB Show with my main man, Big Smitty.
What's going on?
Big Smitty, I'm about to get a phone call that I cannot be on live, but it's some inside information on the topic of the day of the show, which is Coach Fitzgerald and what's happening here. This is a fellow friend of mine, Division I current coach. So if he calls me right now.
Do your thing. I can talk to the chat because that's exclusive information.
More I get.
For sure, man. For sure. Good morning, chat. Good morning, man. Appreciate y'all for jumping in.
What up, man? We got a lot going on. Woo, I'm getting text messages like crazy about this thing. We got a lot going on, man. There's a lot to be said here. Matt McChesney was going to hop in this morning with us. He may hop in right out the gate. He has some insight as well. He's got a couple players there. I do as well. I've spoke over the last several hours speaking with players and a couple buddies of mine who coached there. I've known Coach Fitzgerald for a long time, Big Smitty. I don't know if there's a more, I don't trust anybody. You know me. I don't know if there's a guy that's been more like genuine as far as his true like demeanor and character, like on and off of field. Like this guy's been at Northwestern for his entire life. 17 as a head coach. He played there. It seems kind of ironic that all this just now kind of has happened in a generation that I love to call soft, and that I love to do all these, to say all these things, and it's just
it's wild.
I'm getting blown up by. I gotta take it. Smitty, you got it.
Do your thing, man. No problem at all. Hey, man, it's going to be, as you guys can see, this is about to be an amazing show. I couldn't wait to hop in today. Obviously, with the Coach Fitzgerald news being the number one topic, we might dive into that a couple times today. We got some special guests hopping on as well. And right now, JB's getting some exclusive insight and information that he going to bring to the show as soon as he hops off here, man. But chat, man, talk to me, man. I love talking to the chat early in the morning. Good morning. How y'all doing? We got my man Alan Lopez. Good morning. Much love from Nebraska. I got to go out to Nebraska, man. Can you set something up, Alan, so we can do a Coach JB show with Big Smitty live in Nebraska? Call one of your local restaurants, see if they can take care of the sponsor, and we going to do it. Ryan, listen, I don't like quarterbacks. We talked about this yesterday. I don't like quarterbacks, but if I got to step up to the play and play quarterback, then I do what I got to do, man. So make sure y'all are hitting that like button. We got almost 300 followers and listeners, already. It's not even 10 minutes. So I appreciate that, man, and love seeing you guys jump in and do your thing. Somebody, Smitty, what's your top 5 defensive tackles in the league right now? No more quarterback talk. Nathan Neves coming in with the sniper. Well, listen, man, that's a tough question. I'm a little biased. I know he's getting a little older, but I still got Aaron Donald at that top spot. I mean, I think he's, when he's healthy, he's the best D tackle in the league. Number 2, I would go Chris Jones from the Chiefs. Chris Jones from the Chiefs is a hell of a player. I'm a little biased right here on this third one, and I'm admitting my bias, but as a Colts fan, I love my guy DeForest Buckner, man. His size, his length, athleticism, his smarts. I'm not saying he is the third best. I'm just saying when you ask me who's my favorite, I got to put my guy D-Buck on there, as well as the next tackle, my guy Grover Stewart. He's a underrated defensive tackle on that inside as well for the Colts. Good morning, Lisa. Good morning, y'all. Good morning. Myles Garrett isn't a D tackle, though. I see Goon Production said Myles Garrett. He's a DN. Grady Jarrett is also, I mean, that's a great answer. Again, I'm admitting that I am biased. As a Colts fan, as you all know, I got to throw my Colts in there. I'm not saying they're literally the best. These are the guys that I like to watch, that I'm a fan of course. So, James Jennings, of course, my guy, appreciate you for supporting the show every single day. And guys, if you're just not jumping in, we got a star-studded, amazing show. Special guests coming on that I think you guys are going to be very excited about. Get some real insight about some stuff outside of sports. We're obviously going to dive into the Northwestern firing Pat Fitzgerald, who was a coach that I actually got a chance we played against when I was at Ball State. So, JB, you back, man. Talk to me. How you doing?
Eric the Ritz. Fucker. All right. So now I'm not gonna tell you the name, but the guy that just called me, he's a Division I head OC right now, but he was the OC at Northwestern. It's a lot to unwrap. Here it goes. All right. Here, I'm gonna tell you what I can tell you. All right. So this former kid who played there in Northwestern from 2005 to 2008 is a kid named Ramon Diaz.
Okay.
Here's the tweet that he put out. All right. He put out a tweet that said, Coach Pat Fitzgerald was racist towards the offensive players during my entire tenure at Northwestern. The guy that just called me was the offensive coordinator during the time there who actually recruited Ramon Diaz. And the offensive coordinator I'm talking about who just called me is a brother. And I'm talking about a hood cat at that. So he said this cat, Pat Fitzgerald, is absolutely getting fucked. And he goes, this is the issue. Here's the other. Hold on, though. It gets better. So Ramon Diaz, this player, came out on a tweet and said this cat, Pat Fitzgerald, is a racist. He played for him 15 years ago, by the way. Everyone that's come out basically saying this has been former players, apparently, right. Allegedly. No one's coming out now. See what I'm saying?
Right.
So,
right.
All right. So now, though, trip this. The same cat, Ramon Diaz, who runs this training session type of deal, on his Twitter, it says former offensive line 4 Pat Fitzgerald at Northwestern. That's his tagline on his bio. And then it says Northwestern master's degree, grad student, clinical mental health counseling. Well, that's a trigger to me. Since Pat Fitzgerald was suspended, this same kid, Ramon Diaz, has come out now and said, I love Coach Fitzgerald. He helped me in so many ways.
That makes
now, what the fuck's going on? So
that's some weird, that's some contradictive.
The guy who called me is like, dog, what the fuck's going on? He's like, this is all bullshit. I've known Pat my whole life. Pat's been there my whole life. Here's the thing about it. So from 05 to 08, Smitty, you're going to come out and call a dude racist 14, whatever years later. So no one else figured that out. So you kept him as the head coach for 14 years consecutive after that. Come on, man. Sense. Like this is a unbelievable witch hunt. And like the people I just talked to and got off the phone with, plus who I talked to yesterday, dog, if this is the reason you wanted to get rid of him because he wasn't winning or you wanted to fire him for some reason, then just say it. Don't make up lies. I hope Pat sues the shit out of this school and this institution because I know how it is to be lied on and blackballed. And he's already got a lawyer. I know he's going to get into it. I know we'll pull all that up. But here's the issue, though. You're blackballed. When you call a racist now, you're not getting hired by nobody. And because perception is reality in this deal. And it's unfortunate how this thing works. It's not really unfortunate. It's kind of fucking just blatantly just fucked up. Yeah. And we are guilty before we're innocent. The law has lied on us. We are clearly guilty before innocent. I don't give a fuck what they say. And these cancel culture kids, they're going to take their word over anybody else. And it blows my mind that we're taking words of kids from 15 years ago. I hope they sue the shit out of the college because they are now, it's defamation, it's slander, it's character assassination. There's a million things that will affect his employment, future employment as well. I hope he sue the shit out of this school. And I've known Pat a long time. Like I said, I've had players that play there, and it's not easy to get into Northwestern, by the way, if anyone understands it at all. That is why, Smitty, I don't fuck with schools like that. Because the schools like this is the kids you get are the academic, bougie, fucking 4.0 kid that you have to select from who has been coddled their whole life. And now you see what you get. And every school I know that is affluent, that has a big-time IQ, usually a private institution that costs a lot of money to go to, always ends up something like this happening. Why?
Money, people coddle, it's so much, man. And I'm glad you started the show just right off the bat, getting straight to it. Man, as a former player myself, man, listen, I'm not there. I wasn't in the locker room, so I'm not about to say what happened, what didn't happen, whatever. But like I know as a player, hazing and some of the things that goes down. And from what I'm reading from hearing from some of the current players, some of these statements were over exaggerated in terms of what was really going down. I even read an article, JB, that said it was a current player. It was a no name, so they didn't say his name, but it said the current player said that the former player who's putting out all these allegations came to him like earlier in the year and basically said that after this, this company who was investigating the entire thing, all year long, if after the investigation, if they didn't come out with some type of big suspension or firing of Coach Fitzgerald, he the player would basically over exaggerate and basically lie to an extent, right, to make sure that Coach Fitzgerald gets fired and get let go. And that's literally what's happening right now. So
I mean, here's the thing about it. Here's the issue. So the issue that's pending is people put on this purge mask and they were running through the shower and they were dry humping dudes that weren't chasing the ball down at practice. There's all these rumors out there that's going on.
Right.
This man's been here for fucking 17 years as the head coach. And some of the cats in the chat who mentioned the 11 current players who've come forward and all this whole shit. First of all, that's not a true statement. There hasn't been 11 true players. They're blending all these players with certain guys. If you look at the 11 players, why don't you look at how many of those 11 are on full scholarship, how many are walk-ons, and how many aren't playing who are disgruntled and unhappy and now are going to come out all of a sudden and make up bullshit lies. Come on, man.
Yeah.
See, that's the thing about it. This is where I say experience fucking matters. Because the naysayer who's in this chat and the guys that are all on my social media who are defending the 11 so-called players that don't exist never have been in a locker room. Never have ever fucking bled, sweated, or cried with some brethren in a fucking locker room. That is why I can't stand the person who talks out their ass who's never had these hands-on experiences. That's why it does fucking matter to me that you do play this game. You have been in that locker room. You do understand the intricacies of a intimate setting such as a locker room in a football facility. People that don't know just don't know, and they should shut the fuck up because I have secondhand embarrassment about you fucks who have no clue. And we are guilty before innocent because there has to be a scapegoat and shit slides downhill. And that is how this thing works. And then there's irresponsible reporting that happens on top of it because we're in such a soft fucking world that when the kid goes and cries wolf, the administrator, police, detective, AD, president, booster, all believe the soft fucking kid. Because they have to. It's the safe space. I have to err on the side of caution now instead of you're innocent before guilty, which is a complete fuck to a human. Like you're fucking a human being when the bylaws, policies, the law states you're innocent before guilty. That's not how it works though. And it's fucking up all these great humans that I know, myself included, who have been accused of certain things that never existed, ever. So you're telling me that the fucking German kid I cut, who was a fucking pervert, who was fucking attacking women in the weight room and doing all these other things, talking German and cussing out people, that he didn't lie, motherfucker? Come on, man. Like, you motherfuckers believe what you see, too, which is crazy to me because you have no experience on what happens in a locker room. So, like, you just need to shut the fuck up. There isn't 11 people that have came forward, and the 11 people that who have came forward are full of bullshit, and they're lying. They're disgruntled. They're mad. Their mommy's telling them to do it because they don't play anyway. Why not? Why give a fuck about another human being, grown man, or a person with a family, and etc., who's taking care of thousands of kids over the 17-year career as a head coach, plus he played there. Who cares? You don't give a fuck. You people don't give a fuck about anybody but yourselves. And I don't even know if you care about yourselves at any point anymore. But I'm just telling you, Big Smitty, this is a fucking witch hunt. I hope he sues the shit out of everybody, and I hope he gets his name back right. But I don't believe he will because perception. Dog. Perception's reality. It's like It's unfucking believable how perception is reality, and these people will still look at him side-eyed, just like they will me, even though I beat the case, even though I beat the charges, even though people know the truth, people will still not look at you the same. And it's like your girl, somebody told you she's cheating. You don't have proof. She's saying she didn't, but you've been told that. Something changed, dog. I don't care. Like, you got it in the back of your head. Like, why would somebody tell me that shit? You know what I'm saying? Like, fuck.
Right.
I can't jump the gun and fire her, but it's in my back of my head like something's cracking. It's the same situation with this. Like, hiring parties, admin, presidents, ADs are going to look at you and you're not going to get the same job. And unfortunately, you've been there 17 years and the common sense play has become so uncommon, dog. Like, common sense says, Big Smitty, this motherfucker's been here forever. Why haven't we ever seen anything ever before? And all of a sudden now, we're in this fucking soft fucking society, and we're just taking fucking shitbirds' words for it, who don't play, who are soft as runny baby shit, and just want to cry about everything because they're so fucking expecting of instant gratification, and they just want with their fucking handout without doing any work. And we're going to believe that person. It blows my mind, dog. I'm glad I'm not in the business right now. I really am. It's so fucked up. I don't know how to do it, man. I don't know how to do it. I'm very upset right now about Pat Fitzgerald losing his job because I know it's fucking horse shit. And I'm just pissed off that more and more guys continue to lose their jobs. By the way, it's a white dude who's basically in Northwestern. You're probably 50-50 with white versus black players compared to a guy like me or playing at another big time school. It ain't Michigan or fucking Ohio State or where there's more brothers probably playing it than there are white guys. Northwestern, you're probably going to be on the other side of white. Right. Having said that, it's still a guy who didn't give a fuck about what color you were, who's helped out nothing but football players, let me just say student athletes, his entire career. And now to be called or tabbed a racist, to fire you is irresponsible by again, Big Smitty, PhD holding president who has a PhD, but yet's not smart enough to smell a fucking crook, criminal, or liar. Because again, you have no street smarts, you have no fucking hands-on experience with dealing with kids and understanding the reason behind allegations, why they start. They start because they don't play. They start because they're disgruntled. They start because they got cussed out. They start because you recruited them and now they think you're playing them, and because it's political. No, you're just not good enough. And now you want to lie and make up bullshit. And that is where we are. And I think we continue to allow it instead of coach it. And that's why these kids are doing what they do. And that's why it's transcending upwards to the NFL, where you see these professionals who are under contract demand trades. It is starting to go that way. I'm just telling you guys, I've been saying it for a couple of years. No one believes me. I'm just saying it's getting worse and worse and worse.